Thank you guys for tuning in to the Realist and the Visionary podcast. Our podcast can be listened on all major streaming apps. Join us on our website at www.therealistthevisionary.com. Click that first tab and hop in our community chat.
Facts. Share some feedback and show us some love. Talk to us about anything. Also head over to The Righteous Speaks to be featured on our show. So go ahead, check out the website at www.therealistthevisionary.com. Cheers. The Realist.
The Visionary.
The Realist.
The Visionary.
The Realist.
The Visionary.
The realist.
And the Visionary.
Shit, and this show is brought to you by
StruggleLife.net. We got some new teas, y'all.
Word.
Okay. We got new teas on deck. We got the AIT. Right, that's the latest installment to the Struggle Life collection. It is a mix of the original AI, Allen Iverson, with the Terminator. All right, which is the new AI, artificial intelligence. And I feel like, the AI got the world in his hand right now. Everybody is, the Google is damn near just straight AI, ChatGPT and everything. It's crazy right now. The AI got the world in his hand right now. So, we out here.
Word.
That's what the artworks pretty much is. It's a great material t-shirt. It has... What is it like? I would say like a acid wash black. What would you call it? Stone wash? What would you call that?
I don't know. I guess stone or acid.
Yeah, but
it's like a dark gray.
Well, yeah. Somebody described it as feeling vintage. It's a vintage feel. So it's a great piece to have, guys. So go check that out. It's only $25, free shipping in the United States. If you live overseas, it will be a low tax on that, but it's okay. Represent. We outside. Word.
My name is Tena, and I am the Realist.
And I'm Dutch the Visionary.
Yes, thank you for tuning in to another episode. We appreciate the love and the support. Please do us a favor. Follow us on TikTok and IG at The Realist the Visionary. And head over to the website at www.therealistthevisionary.com. Shout out to everybody who follows us. Yeah, we're not, popping on TikTok. They got a shadow band over there. But, we did some good work. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, man. When I was on TikTok, I did a video that broke 100,000 views. Packed me up.
So why do you think me and you, right? Yeah. Our podcast and even separately with Struggle Life, why is it that we're talking about the same stuff, yet they block our shit and they let other people go on?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know why. I know sometimes with a lot of the stuff that I was saying, it was against the grain.
But what we say is against the grain.
Yeah, and it's fucked up because, I know what you're saying because, other people go ahead and say things against the grain, but maybe we was too... See, they like people to be in this constant mystery of the talks of certain things, They want people to continue to have their mind going versus people who are just being more direct with their thought process about something.
I feel like other people are direct. Now, I'm not trying to accuse people of anything, but it kind of feels like other people are getting by in the algorithm because maybe they're control opposition or maybe they're connected to something.
I mean, a lot of these niggas are, but man, y'all be surprised how many people is fucking in these sororities, fraternities, and all this other shit, and they into some shit, you know what I mean?
And I'm not hating, because if you go back to both of our pages, just looking at, the consistency in the comments and the numbers, you get what I'm saying, Dutch?
Yeah.
We were on a roll. So it's just why? But other people can be on a roll and they continue on and they're not even touched with in the algorithm. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Do I sound like a hater?
No.
I'm just questioning it.
Hey, man, it's okay.
But that's that. We got people who, love and support our podcast, Dutch's brand. So,
Yeah. I came to the conclusion, I almost caught myself. I was going to pay for a little boost on the shirt, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? I know too much to be paying for a boost. The shit is all controlled. You know what I mean? I don't think it's not even going to be worthwhile. I'm better off just being more like outside. You know what I mean? Outside and sending it directly to people or whatever, you know? Especially when I got a page that I know them been shadow banned and blocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's same with like, you know, Instagram.
Like, I don't even understand. Like when I made them don't do it t-shirts and hoodies and shit, that stuff got blocked and shadow banned on the algorithm. They was not trying to let that shit move like that, you know?
But would you change a thing?
Nah, because that means I was doing something right, you know?
Exactly. That
means the message still would, like, it meant that the AI was able to scan the message like, oh, nah, this shit can't fly like that. You know? I had shit that was like 50, 60 shares and the shit wasn't pushing like it was supposed to. Like, not that people wasn't buying it, but the likes wasn't pushing where it needed to go. They was just holding it like, nah. I don't care how many people share it. No one's going to see this. And people, it came to the point that people was hitting me up like, oh, I don't want to share your stuff like that. When I do, I don't get as much interaction. Like the algorithm stops flowing my own shit.
Well, you know, I'm not trying to be funny. I feel like people in the past, not everybody, who's done certain promotions for us, I feel like I don't know if them promoting us fucked up their shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like it did. Which is fucked up. That's not in our intent. We trying to do business and we paying people.
But not at the end of the day, them niggas is on the same team as us and they know what this comes with. They know that this, post certain things going to eventually push your shit out the algorithm.
Yeah.
We ain't the only
other
niggas that
people are never affected.
Some people, to us, it seems like they not, but you'd be surprised. I mean, there's dudes out there, they'll make like 3, 4, 5 Instagram pages dedicated to this shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this one get packed up. I got the other one on the other phone. You know what I mean? And I got another one on my what you call it, on like the iPad. And I got the other one I go on when I go on the computer only. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like different devices, because, like for all I know, my phone could just be like, boom, it's done. And everything you post in this clip. But if I get another device and make a new page or something, it might flow differently. You know what I mean? This algorithm shit, man, this internet shit is just for the birds. We
would have to test that through a VPN or something.
Right, all that VPN shit. And another thing, a lot of them dudes is kind of nerdy. They know how to flex that VPN shit to get around things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's just us chitting chatting about that. But what's good, everybody? What's good, Dutch? So before we get into today's topic, do you have anything new to share? I know I have a few things I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
What? Why you sound like that? Sound more enthused. Damn. I say you can start first. I just have a few
want
things.
to get into the show.
Well, they have a new virus that's being spread in China. All right. Mm-hmm. And it has to do with mosquitoes. To me, it's disgusting. Okay, it's called the y'all know I'm not good with words, so bear with me. Let me sound it out. Chikungunya. No, chikungunya. Chikungunya.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go with that. Chikungunya virus.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and China has waged the war on the chikungunya virus.
Nice.
With drones.
Nice.
And elephant mosquitoes. So it's a new illness that's spreading. They said it's been over 7,000 cases.
Nice.
All right. I think that's nasty. But that's something that I always thought about, even before the coronavirus, when I would travel to other countries.
Yeah.
I would think about like AIDS being spread through mosquitoes. Like, I don't know if that ever crossed your mind. I'm not trying to be funny. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, ew. Like, because they are biting one and then they're going to go to the next person and bite the next person. So that's always something that kind of rang in my head when it came to mosquito bites. But yeah, they said it's a painful mosquito-borne virus. And they haven't seen anything like this since COVID. All right?
I think they're trying to stir some fear up.
Well, you guys have to remember SPARS 2025. They had that out blatantly, right? And SEERS 2025. So we already know that something is most likely going to occur before the end of the year when it comes to some type of virus. Will it be mosquitoes? I ain't gonna lie, that shit's a little terrifying. And I think the mosquitoes are probably AI driven, right? Mm. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's just something to be on the lookout for. This is gross. All right. They said that residents have been ordered to remove stagnant water. You know, where stagnant water is, mosquitoes, they breed, right? That's kind of like their habitat. They even threatening people with fines up to $1,400 if they refuse to comply with removing any type of stagnant water, I guess, on their property, things like that. So I don't know how the pool life is in China, but I'm assuming, they're probably making people drain their pools. Who knows, right? They said they have 5 homes have their electricity cut for not cooperating. And you guys have to remember that China's under the social credit system too. So that plays a part in that. I don't know. I think that's gross. I think that's crazy. If you go look it up, you see pictures of the drones. Is it propaganda? I don't know. But just like with the COVID thing, we know the truth behind that. But what do? They made it everybody's reality. So even with this mosquito thing, if this is going to be the thing, they're going to make it everybody's reality. I even saw something about like a flesh-eating virus too. That's nasty as well. Ugh. Yeah, there's some type of flesh-eating virus going on. Let me see. It's actually a flesh-eating bacteria. Let me correct myself, because bacteria and viruses are different. And they said 8 have been dead, 32 sick across the Gulf Coast states. And they said it's like mainly in Florida. So just be on the lookout for these things. All right? That's nasty as well. It's getting nasty out here. Ugh. You got flesh-eating bacteria, and then you got a damn mosquito virus. Oh, gosh, it's getting horrible, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
I think that's all I have as far as news. I'm sure there's a lot to talk about, but y'all listen to other people, so don't be trying to rely on us just for your news source. We're not journalists, all right? But did you have anything, or you want to get straight to the episode?
Yeah, let's get straight to the episode.
Okie dokie, this is episode 274, and the title of this show is called The Diaspora War.
Diaspora War.
The Diaspora War. Now, we haven't really been talking too much about this, but it's been heavy on TikTok as far as this whole Diaspora War. Now, the Diaspora War is nothing new. We have an entire episode called The Disconnect Between the Black Nations, right? Mm-hmm. That's such an old episode. That was like 2019, like season 1 when we first started the podcast, I think. But either way, we get into the topic of how a lot of Black foreigners, right? They have a very negative viewpoint on Black Americans. We talk about how we have differences, things like that. I haven't listened to that episode in a very long time. I probably should have listened to it before this show, but yeah, maybe I'll listen to it after. But y'all go back to that show if you want to hear our thoughts then, right? Mm-hmm. And can compare it to what we're saying now. That's always good to do. You can see evolution, right? Mm-hmm. Or maybe some things remain the same. I don't know. But I wanted to talk about it because it's pretty prevalent, and I feel like a lot of people are not seeing the bigger picture, and I also believe this is another agenda. So let's get into it.
Okay.
So a lot of people are clearly aware of the FBA movement. I don't think we've ever really used that term on our podcast. But the term is foundational Black American, right? Mm-hmm. And that term is just defining our lineage. What?
It's cringe.
What's cringe?
These terms that people just come up with.
Continue. I think some of the terms that they labeled us in the past is cringe.
Everything is cringe, but go ahead.
So, gosh, you gotta let me get it out. You can't just start. I'll give you your moment.
No, you good.
To rebuttal. But yeah, that is a term, right? Mm-hmm. That signifies our lineage. As far as, me and Dutch, this is where our people are from. Our people are from America. Mm-hmm. Our grandparents are from America. Our great-grandparents are from America. This is our lineage. our people, our ancestors built this country, right?
Right.
That separates us as far as, you know how they like to group all the other black people, like the black immigrants, together? Because, you know, as far as the race, we're all black, right?
Right.
But ethnic wise, we're not the same. And nationality wise, we're not the same. So this movement kind of came about to just make a clear line as far as like, this is who we are, because you can't keep grouping us with the other blacks who might not have our interests. For instance, because we did a show about reparations as well. And from what I remember on that show, what I said is like, you know, the other blacks, if you're not from this country, if your people are not from this country, not saying that they don't deserve reparations in their country, because slavery didn't just happen in America. They would have to go to their country where their people is from to fight for reparations. But because a lot of the people who come over here, they know that if we got reparations, they wouldn't get it. They would have to go back to their country and deal with that. A lot of the immigrants, they do certain things to try to prevent us, like in, you know, higher positions, like in, you know, political offices, to get reparations. So that is my understanding of the difference when it comes to people talking about the FBA movement. Mm-hmm. However, I feel like it is convoluted into some other shit that's turning into a lot of self-hatred and a lot of things that the white man wants us to like internal fighting. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll stop. I know you wanted to talk.
No, you good. Continue.
Well, I just wanted your thoughts on, I guess, the division. Now, we're New Yorkers, right? So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for us compared to other people. And y'all always call out New Yorkers for that shit, right? Mm-hmm. Because we grew up around black immigrants. Whether they're Jamaican, right? Mm-hmm. Whether they're Haitian, whether they're Afro-Latino, whether they're Puerto Rican, whether they're Dominican, right?
Right.
Nigerian, Ghanaian. Like, we grew up around black immigrants. So we've heard some slick remarks, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But we grew up with them, and we were kind of always kind of like one with them. And we kind of, you know, embrace their cultures and things like that. So just keep that in mind when you hear us talk about it. I know some people are probably rolling their eyes, but that's going to always be our perspective. Other black people, right, who didn't grow up around these other black groups, they're going to have a different perspective from us. But go ahead, Dutch. So what's your thoughts on everything when it comes to this division? Because now there's a whole, we're protesting African business movement going on social media, where we should be prioritizing white people, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what's going on. Go ahead.
I'm lost for words that I didn't even see that on my timeline. That must be on your timeline. That's some hyper focus trying to make you show you some bullshit. You dead ass?
Yeah, that's going on.
That's some bull. I can't second that. That's stupid. That's so waste of time. Protesting African owned, black owned stores. So black people are now protesting black owned stores.
Well, they're gonna just but they're gonna say African,
meaning Africans, and let's categorize African owned businesses real quick, right? It's not too many categories that African people really tap into. I'm not gonna be ignorant and act like African guys don't own tech companies or any other type of businesses out there, but on some mainstream regular, it's going to be an African type clothing store, maybe a herb store, maybe a bodega, maybe a restaurant, hair stores.
It's the African braiding salons that's being targeted.
Okay, so now you're narrowing it down. So right now they're focusing on boycotting African braiding salons because of this subdivision diaspora war. Beef with. What's the beef with the African woman feel a certain way towards black American women? Come on to hair.
Okay. As far as the braiding salons being targeted,
it's an ongoing beef that we don't. Some of them we all notice that it'll be trying to fuck up your hair.
That's true, but we gonna have an honest conversation. That is true.
Okay, some of them, not all of them.
Some of them are like
some
that.
Some of them be trying to fuck up your hair.
And some of them be talking shit. There are plenty of African second generation, whatever. I don't know that generation shit because we ain't immigrants, so I don't really know. But as far as like, say their parents are African, right? But they was born here, so they're very our culture, very Americanized, right?
Yeah.
So when they go into the African shops, some of them even experience prejudice from their own people, but they didn't know that that was their own people. You know what I'm trying to say? So they'll start talking in their language, whether it's French, whatever the languages that they speak, right?
Yeah.
And she won't say nothing, but then at the end, she'll call them out like, oh, you thought I was just Black American, right? I actually understand what the fuck you saying. And then she curses them out and like, I'm not patronizing with them. We're not going to act like foreigners, not just Black ones, do that shit in general, right? Mm-hmm. We know the Koreans, the Vietnamese, the Chinese, they like to hide behind their language and talk shit about us. Right?
Yeah.
As far as the braiding salons, going back to your question, I don't know what the fuck. It just started a trend. Like, Black women just started talking about their negative experience with, African braiding salons. And we've all, like Dutch said, they do seem like some of them want to pull out your hair. You know what I'm saying? Or some hating shit. I don't know. Like, that's the reality of it. But I don't think it's all. But my whole thing is, when it comes to diaspora wars, I think there is, a bigot puppeteer at play, right? Mm. And that's where I'm coming from. So going back to the FBA thing, because I don't feel like I got your full thoughts on it. A lot of people are just like, yo, F all the other people. We need to just worry about ourselves because it seems like nobody else supports us, right? Mm. And they want to, accuse Africans of tribalism and things like that. But I feel like a lot of people are losing the history here, especially of those of you who claim that you believe in the truth, claim that you believe in the Bible, claim that you believe we are the chosen people, that our bloodline is the descendants of the Israelites. If you are not believing that anymore, just say you don't believe that no more. Because if you actually read and do your history, you're going to know that there was a separation between the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. I feel like people are losing it. You get what I'm saying, Dutch? Like, y'all not understanding the biblical history of our people and how this ain't nothing fucking new when it comes to this division that we have amongst each other. Y'all niggas is out of touch. I'm going to bring up certain scriptures, certain references that I have. But I want to go back to your thoughts as far as your experience with, Black immigrants just coming up and shit like that.
And this is just my own experience with them. I grew up in the Bronx with Jamaicans.
The area we from was Little Jamaica.
Type shit. And, I went to school with a lot of Jamaicans. My bus driver growing up for years was Jamaican. And then as I got into high school was my big boom of diversity. But when I got into college, still a lot of diversity. But when I was doing things with the brand, with Struggle Life, when it came around to doing, Black-oriented events on different college campuses, most of them was ran by Black student unions. If there wasn't a Black student union, it was always like a Black/Caribbean type, student type of union. Mm-hmm. So I was around them a lot. And the talks, and I'm going to be honest, the talks wasn't always how you describe of them feeling like they was better than. It was because at one point, we said, like you said, we used to always embrace that stuff. That's why
Pan-Africanism.
Yeah, all that. We, what I'm saying, like that's what made the Bronx the Bronx. That's what made your friend group your friend group. You know what I mean? The fact that there's so many different cultures of us. You got some niggas is Haitian, some niggas is Jamaican, my niggas is Black, half right.
Or that's Puerto Rican.
Right. All that type of mixture is what made it like, yeah, you gotta have a Dominican girl in the mix. You gotta have Puerto Rican in the mix. You gotta have West Indian this. You have to. That's what it was about. That's what it is about. And so to see the division, it's like from the social media standpoint, and that's why I say these things are like social media narratives that cringe me because I know it's not it's kind of like this in real life, but it's not. It's some people that have this mentality of, you know, they feel like they better than. What I was saying a few episodes ago, when come on to like my talks with being around, you know, my other, I would say, you know, my Negro ancestors from islands, you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
That's all y'all want to act like, that's not the case.
No, if anything, I'm your Negro ancestor from the South, and y'all my Negro ancestors from the islands. You know what I mean? We all came from, you know, all kind of different areas. It's not. It shouldn't be.
Said he was going to scatter his people. Right. So why are we missing that point?
So my experience growing up with them, it wasn't really beef. It was more like always felt like they would express that they felt like they took the opportunity a little more serious because of the lack of opportunity that they probably witnessed. Some of them have their own different walks of life, and you have to sit there and talk to people of that culture and have real talks with them. They'll explain that they take the opportunity of being in college and doing these quote unquote Americanized things and whatever as a privilege, as an opportunity to do it and do it to the max and take it serious, and others didn't take it as serious. Others would take it for granted, and they have more pride with the opportunity, and that's why they were so, you know, prideful of their culture. Like, oh yeah, you know, we gonna do this the way we gonna do it, and then slowly but surely the little groups of the African students that would start off in the Black student unions, then it became more of a African student union because they was able to spread and make you know. But then they start pushing their more quote unquote, you know, African type ways on top of you and making you feel less than, I guess, as a quote unquote Black American or whatever. I've seen all kind of different things happen within going to these schools, you know, like it'll start off with, you know, it's like they'll start off the Black student union, and then by the time I get to the fourth year, when them same people I'm working with as seniors, now it's the African student union.
Like Essence Fest.
You know, and I would say this is probably like between like 2012 all the way to like 2018 of just witnessing like different, you know, formations of how this might go. Go ahead.
So for me, right, a lot of the times people take the ignorant fuckers and highlight them, even though we all have our own stories when it comes to dealing with Black immigrants, right? I've had people say blatant things to me that was very derogatory, the same talking points that a lot of the FBA movement says, as far as like, oh, we don't have culture, oh, you're just American, I feel sorry for you, oh, our parents tell us not to bring home an American Black woman. Like, I've heard this shit from these people's mouths, right? But we already kind of know how, like, the indoctrination of what they're being, you get what I'm saying? The indoctrination that's giving them these evil ass derogatory viewpoints on us. But apart from that, what I wanted to say is that a lot of the times it's really just the people here, because the people that are in their country, they don't really feel that way towards us, or they don't act like that. I can only speak on the Caribbean, right, Dutch?
Yes.
I studied abroad in Jamaica. I've been to Dominican Republic. I've been to Puerto Rico. I've been to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Me and Dutch been to his other shares in Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Me and Dutch have been to a few Caribbean countries between us. Our experience with the Black people, like Dutch said, our sister brothers, the Negroes from the islands, is not the same mentality as the people in America. So now the thing is, not everybody, but a lot of people ain't that well traveled. And I don't even consider what we did as well traveled. There's people who've been a lot of countries, all over the place, different continents, right? But I'm saying that, like, when you haven't actually touched the land of these people that you're making these accusations of, right, that actually still live there and remain in their country to build up the infrastructure and the economy, not the quote-unquote fleers, like y'all like to say, right? They don't have that mentality towards us, like how these niggas over here have this mentality towards us. You get what I'm trying to say, Dutch? Like, in Dominican Republic, all those Black people over there, they was like, yo, they were like one with us. Right, Dutch? They were like, us, we the best color in the world. Us Black people. That's what they would, multiple people said that to us on different occasions that were Black. I'm looking at these niggas looking like they like my daddy. You You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about, Dutch. You were there.
Yeah.
But the Dominicans say in New York, not all. Someone be like, oh, I know black. I'm Dominican, right? Mm-hmm. We all know that. We all have heard it. We said it on the show.
Like, I'm not black. I'm OJ, nigga.
Yeah, I'm not black. I'm OJ. You get what I'm saying? Like, we know that they do that. But when you go to their country, a lot of the times, that's not the fucking mentality. Now, everybody can have their own opinion. Now, as far as Puerto Rico, I can't defend y'all. Because I ain't have a good time with y'all. I'll be honest. But then again, I wasn't around no Afro Puerto Ricans, so I can't say. Right? So I'm not even going to include Puerto Rico. I was around most of the mixed race and the white ones when I was over there. But outside of that, everywhere else, that's not really the mentality. Like, oh, people want to say, oh, like how certain Latinos treat us, right? And now, like, they want to try to cry out for us when they've always treated us differently and try to align themselves with white supremacy, right? When me and Dutch went to Mexico, them niggas was treating us like king and queen. And the white people was getting treated like shit. We witnessed that.
They was preying on the white people to sell them coke.
All right? No, I'm like, not even like just that. But no, like, they definitely treated us differently.
Right, they did.
So they did. So it's like, y'all just ignorant because y'all ain't traveled. I'm not trying to shit on certain people. And then y'all try to act like black UK and black Canadians don't exist. So what do you group them as? You get what I'm saying?
Now
this is ignorant as fuck.
Let me talk about them black UK motherfuckers. I fuck with y'all, I really do. But they ego will come around to them feeling like they better than Americans and shit is really wild, like nasty work. Like, it's so nasty.
Don't we have the same colonizer? So I'm fucking confused.
I've listened. It's really sick though. I've listened to. I've sat in like clubhouse rooms that was like dedicated to like the like black like UK dudes and girls and shit. And the things that they say when they have like America versus UK, it's kind of cringe. It's like, yo, y'all crazy. Like that, they outlook on American women disgusting.
We share the same colonizer.
Hey man,
it's the same thing. That's why I'm so confused. And then this ties into people rejecting the transatlantic slave trade now. How? How can you believe in the Bible when the Bible actually coincides with the transatlantic slave trade? I'm confused. Now all of a sudden ships don't exist. Right? Like, I'm not even trying. We talked about this before. I ain't gonna tell nobody what to believe. But it's getting cringy and it's getting kind of weird. And when y'all want to talk about a name, I want to start off with one thing. First of all these countries, all these cities, all this shit has been renamed. All of it. This shit has all been renamed. Let me pull up some things to support what I'm saying, because I think niggas is out of touch a little bit. It's getting really cringy. A lot of it. I get where our people, as far as the Americans, are coming from, being fed up with the disrespect. I understand that. You know, like I said, I've experienced it firsthand. However, we're not going to sit here and prioritize fighting amongst other black people when we have bigger fish to fry. That shit is retarded as fuck. That's like, you're not going to get me to sit here and do that shit. So if you don't fuck with us no more, because that's how our mentality is, then don't fuck with us. Because you're not going to get me to sit here and try to shit on another fellow black person. You're just not. And I know that there are people in these groups. There are some Africans. There are some Caribbeans. There are some Latinos who are just blatantly disgusting with their mentality towards us. But we're not going to say that's everybody. We just not.
Yeah, we know it's not.
We're just not going to do that shit.
We all know it's not.
All right, in the book of Josephus, right? Literally, book 1, chapter 6, verse 130. The original names of the land masses, the continents, the countries have been changed, vanished away. Another sound given them, hardly to be discovered, yet a few have kept their denominations. So you know what that means? You want to call yourself American? Nigga, that's you calling yourself after a fucking white man that conquered this place, dummy. Even the African, you call yourself African. You calling yourself a fucking white man who conquered Africa. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't get it. The Bible talks about how his people was going to be scattered. Y'all now trying to shit on that. Y'all trying to shit on the Most High's word about how his people is going to be scattered, and that one day towards the end he's going to bring us all together. He ain't say he's going to scatter us just in America. Now you got people in America thinking that we the only fucking people that applies to, in my opinion. So what are we doing here? It's cringy to me. That shit is cringy as fuck to me. Like I said it before in past shows, the people who want to be, oh, I'm Jamaican, I am Dominican, they're not the original people of those areas either. So why all of a sudden people over here want to be like, oh, we're the original people over here? Like we ain't never been, like all the land masses were never connected. Like civilization never started closer to the region of Africa. It's like they don't believe that. So you guys believe. You're telling me to believe that the world started in America. You're not going to get me to believe that shit. You're just not.
Well, we know it didn't.
All right? It's just like everything was one, right? And shit branched off. So even if shit branched off, we were still all connected at one region at one point. So I don't really understand why we're doing this shit. Like, y'all miss me with the bullshit. Let's reject all of that shit. We could just say we're the chosen people of the book. But y'all don't want that unity. Y'all want to keep us divided. That's retarded. So that the Most High said in his word that none of these names of these land masses are original. So you want to call yourself American or African or whatever, you calling yourself after somebody who changed the name. So how does that make you feel? Right?
Right.
How does that make you feel? Like, I really, it's cringy as hell to me. I don't get it. I know we're going to be losing a lot of people with this show, but I don't really give a fuck. Because y'all not going to get me on that propaganda. You get what I'm saying? You just not. And if you go back to past shows, we done talked about this shit before. You heard our sentiments when it comes to these things. All right? So I don't know what to sit here and tell y'all. Okay? I also want to talk about how even, in Josephus, ships are mentioned. Because niggas acting like ships don't exist, and the ships is some new concept. I'm not trying to be funny. All right, they said how the king, right? And they're talking about, I think they're talking about King Solomon, how he had many ships. And we're going to talk about the division, like I said, with Judah and Israel. But let me get back. I know I'm a little scattered brain. But the king had many ships, which he lay upon the sea of Taurus. These he commanded to carry out all sorts of merchandise to the remotest nations. So this is not, why are we doing this? We know back in the day when it comes to like the imports, exports, that ain't nothing new when it comes to ships. Right. So let's talk about the white people. If we know white people are not indigenous to this land, right? We can all agree to that. How the fuck did millions of them get over here? How did they get over here, Dutch? How many? No, let's answer this question, guys. Because when you go to the middle of America, right? What is white as fuck? It's white as fuck. So you gonna tell me it's just them breeding? You telling me that like a few of them came over here and they just outbred us?
Right.
No, I'm being honest. Like we know that they damn sure is not indigenous to this land. They're not even indigenous to the world. Black people are the original men and women of the earth. That's what y'all fail to realize. Y'all keep trying to, oh, we're over here, we're over there. It's getting cringe. Where did white people come from? We know, we have a show about it. But I'm talking about how they get over to this land. There had to been a couple of millions of them, right? Travel by ship, no, Dutch?
Hey, it had to be.
So that's plausible. But as far as them packing up some niggas and putting them on boats, that's not.
No.
No, according to everybody else, that didn't happen.
Right, everybody wants to jack. That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. But white people got over here by ships. Okie dokie. Interesting. Right. I'm just asking that. Right? I'm just asking.
Right.
Because can y'all answer that? Those who don't believe in the ships, then believe that we just always been over here. Can you answer that? That shit don't make no sense. How did the white people get over here? They was over here too? Then they indigenous over here too then. And we playing ships couldn't have done that voyage. It should not, you know what I'm saying? That shit is not making no sense to me. I'm not trying to be facetious, but it's just like, what are we doing here? This shit is getting out of hand, man. It's getting out of hand. Hold on, I had another thing I wanted to mention. Anyways, like I said, now, since King Solomon disobeyed y'all divided the kingdoms of Israel. All right, it became the kingdom of Judah versus the kingdom of Israel. You had 10 tribes on the kingdom of Israel, and then it was Judah and Benjamin grouped together. And the tribes never became united since then. So if we already know that there was a separation thousands of years ago, right? Mm-hmm. Then it already says that we were going to be separated from one another, but we always at one point together. So y'all just want to continue this stupid fucking division. Y'all talking about tribalism. Do you not read the stories of the Bible? That's been our mentality, which is not good, but that's been the thing. Oh, there was a war with Benjamin versus the other tribes because of the shit that happened to that Levite concubine, that they raped her and all this other shit. Y'all just don't know the history. And y'all losing touch. Now y'all not even trying to keep the Bible in it no more. Y'all just on some feelings. Now, if you believe something else and that's how you feel, that's it. But I'm confused when it's the people who want to claim that they know that our lineage goes to the book of the Israelites that's on this same type of sentiments. That's where I'm like, okay, now you losing me a little bit. You get what I'm saying, Dutch? Like, if you somebody who's all Egyptology, or if you're somebody who's like, oh, I believe in rocks, fine, because I know where you stand. But if you claiming that you follow the Bible, or you believe in the Most High, you know that the chosen people are the Negroes who are scattered, now you're losing me. So what do you believe in? Now I feel like you don't even believe in the Most High's word anymore when it comes to this shit. Am I being dramatic?
No, you're not.
Right? Like, I don't get it. Like, it says that we are divided. There was a great dispute. So, we never reunited. The Most High is going to reunite, and it's only going to be a select group, only 1/3. And I think a lot of people don't understand the 1/3 from the 2/3. A lot of our people are destined to fall. Only a select group of us are going to make it. 1/3 out of 2/3, that's a small number. That means the majority is still going to be on some bullshit. Y'all talking about boycotting African braiding salons. You need to boycott the fucking hair, dummies.
Right.
Fucking idiots.
Leave these hoes.
They literally did a whole article talking about how it's cancerous and poisonous to the body, and y'all worried about the fucking black braiders? Are you fucking retarded? But the Koreans who are selling you this shit, that's okay. We can still patronize the beauty supply stores.
He's a slow baby, you know that.
The fuck is going on with y'all? Y'all really pissing me off. That's okay. We'll still go to the Jewish-owned corporations. That's okay. The Jewish-owned people who are in control of all of this shit. And then you got people out here trying to ignore the Jew aspect of it and only focus on the white people. It's the same thing. How you gonna sit here and just put your energy towards the white supremacists and not realize that the Jews are their fucking leader? What the fuck are we doing here? This is getting out of hand.
It's nasty work.
It's getting real nasty. This shit is blowing my eye. I love my people. I love my other black people from the diaspora with their different cultures.
Yes.
I ain't gonna sit here and take the few rotten apples that I've encountered and apply that shit to all those other people, because I know they not like that, especially the people who are actually still living in their countries. You're not gonna do that shit. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna get us to believe that we was never in Africa when you have African people who are still practicing the Israelite culture over there. You're not gonna get me to believe that shit either. So I don't know what to tell y'all. And a lot of people don't know how to be adults and respectfully disagree.
Right.
Y'all act like, oh, they don't believe this now. I ain't fucking with them. Then don't fuck with us. Don't fuck with us, because me and Dutch ain't gonna be like fuck other black people. That's just not us. It's just not.
This is some nigga I just don't fuck with.
Yeah, that's individual shit. Because you could be a black American, grimy as fuck. I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm supposed to suck your dick because you black American? No.
Supposed to give him grace.
I'm supposed to give them grace. Fuck out of here. Like, our own people don't be sitting here trying to wish harm on you and got the crabs in the barrel mentality. We not about to do that shit.
Oh, yeah, I already know. That's why I'm like,
This is getting real ridiculous. Y'all know we looking real stupid out here. We gonna boycott the African business. You ain't fucking up your hair. But you know what else is fucking up the hair? The hair that you buying, dumb.
The hair that you're buying is fucking up the hair.
What's happening? Shit. Anyways.
Everybody on drugs, baby.
That's what it feel like.
I live with it.
That's what it feel like, okay? That's just what it feel like, all right? And it talks about how, Judah and Benjamin was going to be captive in Babylon. And we call what? America, right? Babylon. So it just coincides with scriptures as far as this division, as far as Judah versus Israel. But they're all what? Israel. But they'll just so happen to be a divided kingdom. People keep missing that aspect. It's a little cringe. I don't know what to tell y'all. I just wanted to share my thoughts on the diaspora war. I'm trying to see if there was anything else that I wanted to mention. I guess the only other thing too is, in Exodus 8:23, it says, "And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be." That even is delineation. That's how I look at it. So this was already prophesied that we was going to have this type of division amongst us. But in the end, the Most High is going to gather all of his people from the four corners. And I want to bring up a last point, right, Dutch? There is this Haitian man who goes to various remotest locations around the world, and he sheds light on Black people in these particular areas, right? Mm-hmm. And he went to Thailand.
Sorry.
Right?
Yeah. He
went to Thailand, and he had shown the Black people that had a very ancient culture in Thailand, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like he had to travel over there, and then to go to the village, he had to walk about almost 2 hours, I'm going to say, on foot to their location, right? And if you want to look this up, it's the video is by a brother named Ace, and the video is called Black Asian Indigenous Tribe in Thailand, right? It's called the Manik people, right? Mm-hmm. These are literally Black people in Thailand. Now, I forgot the language that they were speaking. They spoke the Thai language, but then they had their own ancient tongue, right? Mm-hmm. But because they were able to speak the Thai language or whatever language, they was able to communicate with the tourist person mm-hmm. that was with the Black Haitian man. Mm-hmm. And when he was asking them about their beliefs, right? Because he was mainly communicating with the elder, which was his grandmother, right? Of the like the tribe or this particular group of people. She has said something along the lines of Yah, Yahoo, or Yah something. That's deep. Go look at the video. I'm not making this shit up. So like while y'all out here trying to sit here and be on some division shit, we really do have our people scattered across the four corners of the ends of the earth. I'm not playing this game. I'm just not. All right. I'm proud to be where I'm from. I'm proud to be here from America, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We know the evil history, but we know that a lot of our ancestors created this nation. So I'm not denying that. And no, we're not tethers because we want to believe in Black unity. And that's another thing. They want to sit here and attack people who talk like this about unifying Black people across the world still. They say, oh, Pan-Africanism is dead. It's not even about Pan-Africanism. It's just about the truth that the Most High has his select group of people that's scattered. But if you don't believe that, then that's probably why you can't relate. But if you claim to believe that and you on some new shit, check yourself. That's all I have to say. And lastly, I just want to leave y'all with Isaiah 11 verses 12 through 14, King James Version. And he shall set up a sign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Let me repeat that. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. This is a representation of the kingdoms divided. Yah said that we were scattered. We have this division amongst the Black nations. This is a representation of what's going on today. Y'all say that Africans, the Caribbeans are jealous of the Americans, whatever. Some might say vice versa, whatever. That's no longer going to exist when Yah gathers us. All this stupid division from these modern nations and these modern cultures that we're a part of, not our original biblical culture. All right, let me continue. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall obey them. So that's why white people are panicking. Y'all directing y'all energy to the wrong people. Dutch, did you have anything that you wanted to close with or say?
Nah. Nah, I think everything you said, everything that needs to be said. You know? It's tough out here.
And we're not going to sit here and play these games. We know that black people are indigenous to this world.
The subdivision, though. So I really hope that y'all will stop, man. It's cringe.
No, we're not about to do this shit. Knowing that we are actually indigenous to this world and these niggas is new fucking evil experiment, demon, baby, Nephilim seed. We not doing that. Nah, that's not what we doing. Y'all get your priorities right. Have this energy towards the white man, towards the Jews. Like, no. Stop it. That's all I have to say. If you don't like the show, oh well. Peace out.
Peace out and Barakatah.
Barakatah.